What's going on YouTube? Nasif here from Click, and today I'll be doing a video here talking BlackBerry versus iOS, or BlackBerry OS versus iOS, BlackBerry versus iPhone. Now obviously I know this isn't the top of the line iPhone, this isn't top of the line iOS device, but talking software wise, you're not really losing any features in terms of the iPhone, iPhone 5 versus the iPhone 7 Plus or whatever. You're getting 3D touch, and that's pretty much it. All you're getting is performance tweaks otherwise, and the fingerprint scanner. So let's pretend this is a 5S, just for argument's sake, and say it as a fingerprint scanner. We're not going to be talking hardware at all. This is going to be a solely BlackBerry OS versus iOS showdown, so we'll get into it, guys. Now, first thing I'm going to talk about is how well each OS runs. Now, if you take a speed test here, we'll go open the settings app. Obviously, the iPhone's a little bit slower, but just in terms of speed, both OSs feel fast. They don't feel slow at all. They don't feel, like they're missing something or that they're laggy at all. They're both nice and fast, and that's pretty much all there is to say about it. Either one is going to run fantastic. So, secondly, I want to talk about notifications and how each device manages them, because that is a huge pro for the BlackBerry. Over here, we have BlackBerry Hub, which is by far the best notification manager app, or whatever iteration of notification management that you ever see in a phone. It's fantastic. Nothing will beat it. Nothing will compare to it ever, unless Apple does something similar to this in their next iteration of iOS. Right now, you have iOS, you have your swipe down notifications, and that's it. You have lock screen notifications as well. So if I head over to the lock screen here, if I have an email or a text or something, it'll show up here and I can swipe to view it. But just in terms of organization of notifications, iOS is a mess. If I have YouTube, Facebook, Messenger, messages, FaceTime, and a phone call, it'll just be all completely jumbled up. It's insanely stupid, and none of it's in chronological order. So if I get a phone call at let's say right now, it was at 5:47 p.m. and so the phone thing will be down here at the bottom. And if I had like a Amazon notification, just because A is before a P for phone app, right? Amazon will most likely be up top. It's just a mess, guys. Like, just trust me. If you guys have an iOS device, it's hard to explain. It's just a mess. Notifications are trash on iOS, and same thing with Android. But we'll get into that in another video. But over here, however you want it, you have it in the correct time order that it came in. You can break it down into different text messages, email apps. You can break it down completely, and even just email itself, guys. In iOS, email is a mess as well. Like I know you can, it's basically the same as here, but I don't know. It's just, I feel like the email app is completely unrefined in iOS, and it definitely needs a lot of work. But that's just my personal opinion. Now, in terms of which OS is better, now that's pretty much it for my rant on iOS there. But in terms of which OS is better, now again, guys, keep in mind these are two different smartphones. They do two different things extremely well. BlackBerry manages notifications, texts, calls, and stuff a million times better than iPhone ever will. But the iPhone does multimedia, it does social media, it does gaming. 100,000 times better than the BlackBerry does. So it depends on which, I guess, style of smartphone user you are. Now, in my case, I happen to be both. It depends on my, how I feel during the day. So these last couple of days, I've had the BlackBerry, and I haven't really felt the need to switch out to any of my other phones. But I do kind of miss my notes, so I might be switching to that. But yeah, guys, it just depends on who you are in terms of how you use your phones. The BlackBerry, again, is all notifications and text. The iPhone, it does notifications and text okay, but it's more for an all-round user, whereas the BlackBerry is focused for that small population who uses their phone for phone stuff only, and they don't worry about games and watching YouTube videos and recording videos and taking pictures and stuff. They don't really care about that stuff. Most BlackBerry users are either businessmen or people who they don't need all the functionality of an iPhone. Now, not to say that iPhone is stupid or anything or whatever, and not to say that BlackBerry is stupid either, but again, it's just all personal preference. Now, for me personally, this is a tough one, guys. BlackBerry versus iOS, because both have so many unique features, it's really tough for me to say, but in terms of, okay, so we'll talk a little bit about hardware. I'm going to say I would take, if I had the choice between a BlackBerry and an iPhone, like, obviously not the classic, but let's say someone offered me the BlackBerry Priv, or, the BlackBerry Passport. More likely than not, I would say give me the BlackBerry versus an iPhone 6s or an iPhone 7. Now, call me stupid, that's fine, but keep in mind, guys, what I do on my phones is strictly notification basis stuff. If you guys notice, I don't have any games on any of my phones. I don't game at all on my phones. Mostly I'll do is YouTube, and 9 times out of 10 my laptop is out for that. So my phone is literally for phone usage. I don't do any kind of powerhouse stuff on here. So for me, it would make sense to say, yeah, you know what, I'll take the BlackBerry over an iPhone. You know, obviously you're taking a little bit of hit on the build. Performance, the iPhone is better, but just overall, what I'm using the phone for, I would definitely take the BlackBerry. Now, most people would say you're an idiot. Holy crap, that is a vibrant vibration. So that's a WhatsApp notification from volleyball. See, that's like, how awesome is that? I got the buzz, swipe over once, I can see what it is. If I want to interact with it, I can click on it and open it up. If not, then I just ignore it and go back to the home page. So on the iPhone, you have a text buzz thing go right here. It would sit there for a couple seconds. If you want to act on it, you can swipe down. It'll lag like crazy. Even on the iPhone 7, I've seen it. It swipes down. There's a little bit of delay. Then you type your message and send it, and then you go back. It's just I don't know, guys. It's just crazy. But I'm just noticing here that the infrared thing is actually it's going crazy, guys. What the hell? Maybe that's why my iPhone battery is so crap, man. The infrared thing is always on. If you look at the BlackBerry here, it doesn't look like it's on. So whatever, that's just something I noticed there. But it's tough to say which one I prefer. But definitely for my personal usage, I've never been in a situation where someone put a gun to my head and say pick BlackBerry or iOS. But if I was, I would definitely go BlackBerry. And again, guys, call me stupid, call me an idiot. That's personal preference, Some people may play, like I know tons of people who play games and they use their phone as their gaming device. They download all kinds of games from the App Store, and the iPhone would be fantastic. I would never recommend a BlackBerry to someone who wants to play games, watch YouTube, but for someone who's using the phone, as I said, phone for phone, right? Using the phone for this phone purposes, BlackBerry is where it's at. Again, call me stupid if you want, guys. That's pretty much my I guess consensus slash thoughts on that. Which is better? I can't tell you guys which is better. Both have their own perks. Both have their own their cons. Both OSs are great. That's all I can say. Whichever one you prefer, that's again personal preference. It's like saying iOS versus Android. It's personal preference. Whichever one you want, right? So I know some hardcore Android fans. I know some hardcore iOS fans. I know some people who just don't care, like me. I will just use that whatever. iOS and Android does the same thing initially. Essentially does the same thing. So I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, guys. I really did want to just talk that make the point that BlackBerry is. Maybe I'll make a vlog video or something, because I really want to stress that BlackBerry, as small and as a dying breed that they might, I really hope that they somehow find their way back into the smartphone market, because they know what they're doing, and their phones are fantastic. So again, guys, just to recap, whichever one I would take if I had a gun to my head and someone said choose BlackBerry or iOS, BlackBerry OS it is for me. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys don't like my opinion, drop a comment down below. Let me know why you disagree, and let me know which one you would pick from here, iOS or BlackBerry OS. Now, keep in mind, guys, I know some people have only ever used it. If you haven't used the BlackBerry 10 device, trust me, you need to use one. If that's like your style of phone usage. If you're a gamer or whatever, don't bother. But if you're a very basic phone user like I am, I would say I'm a relatively basic phone user. I do all my social media, mails, texting, calls, all that stuff. I don't do any gaming, don't do any heavy video rendering, watching, editing, recording on my phones, other than my Note, which is why I have it. But just all my stuff, most of my stuff's done, any of that hardcore stuff's done on my laptop. So again, guys, this video's gone on for way too long. I thought it'd only be like 5 minutes, but holy crap. So again, guys, if you have any questions, or if you have any opinions and stuff that you think either BlackBerry or iOS, which one you think is better, drop a comment down below. We can get a little bit of a discussion going. But this has pretty much been BlackBerry OS versus iOS, and which one I would prefer. I will do it like an Android versus video as well, BlackBerry versus Android, and I'll probably have like the LG or something in the video. So obviously, again, we'll talk about Android in the other video, and we'll go from there. So again, guys, this has been the C from Click. Thank you guys for watching, getting a notification here. watching someone who's live streaming. So again, guys, this has been Steve from Click. Probably said it already. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed this. If you enjoy the content of the channel, drop a sub. And again, if you guys have any opinions or anything, drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. So again, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Steve from Click, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.